Hello guys, it's Kayla. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing ep 2 of my College Essentials series where we talk about everything you need to know for your first year back at university. Today I'm sharing the 5 things you need to do before you go back to school. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. And if you guys want to give me some video suggestions, drop those down below in the comments. And let's get straight into it. Okay. The first thing that you're going to want to do is place your classes into your calendar. I like to use Google Calendar, but whatever situation that you like works best for you. If you want to use a physical calendar in a notebook, you can do that. But I think using Google Calendar is the best because you have it on your phone, your laptop, your iPad, whatever you're taking around with you, and you can always check what classes you have, what teachers you have, and where you need to be and when. Guys, college gets super busy. So being on campus and already having your calendar set up is going to set you up for success. When going into your Google Calendar, you're going to want to put in the title of your class. I like to abbreviate mine, but just put something that will make you recognize what the class is. You're going to want to put in the time you have it, the days you have it, and I like to end the repeating on the final day of that semester. It also gives you a good look of how many weeks you have left in the semester and how many classes you have left until you're done. What I think is really important is that you put in your instructor's name and their email if you want to, and then also put your room number. Having my room number in my Google Calendar has saved me so many times. So don't skip out on the names and the classroom numbers as soon as you get them. I also like to put the building that my class is in because you can put your Google Maps on walking. So if you ever get lost, just go into your Google Calendar, tap that class, and it'll take you straight there. When you're finished with your Google Calendar, it should look something like this. You'll know what all your days are lined up for. And then when you want to start joining clubs, you can add your clubs in and you'll always have a full look of what your week is going to look like. The second thing you're going to want to do is clean out your computer and your laptop and your phone. I mean, get rid of all those files you don't use. Make sure your desktop looks nice. Just get everything in the trash and everything in folders. I like to do a new background for the year, get new widgets, just make everything look cute and cohesive. I think you should do this before you get to school because once you arrive and you've done all your move-in, you're not going to want to sit down and spend the time to make your desktop look nice so that you can actually function for class. I think it's a good idea to make a little folder on your desktop for each class so that you can keep all your documents in those, because even if you're using Word or Google Docs, you should always save a copy of your projects or what you're working with onto your computer. So that's how I like to set mine up. I typically even sometimes put a little calendar on my background, but I would do that before you get to school, and this goes for your iPad and your phone as well. Another part of that is downloading all of the apps that you like. One app that I really recommend is GoodNotes. That's how I take all my notes for class because carrying around a whole bunch of notebooks was not working for me. In GoodNotes, you have all these different pens, you have erasers, you have stickers, and I think a lot of people like to use Notability, but I think for a beginner, GoodNotes is easier and already similar to the Notes app on iPad, so you'll be able to get acclimated with the app easier and you can have a bunch of different notebooks. It does require a subscription, but I do think it is very cheap. I'll put the price on the screen next to me, but I definitely recommend GoodNotes for anybody who wants to take notes on their iPad. The third thing I have on the list for you guys is to research clubs and activities. Guys, I know when you get to school, there's going to be an involvement fair. There's going to be like 300 tables and a whole bunch of kids asking you to put your email down or your school ID number down so that they can contact you about clubs. But I think it is a really good idea to know what type of things you want to join before you get to that club fair. That way you can look for those tables when you get there, and it'll just kind of streamline the process for you, because I know I was overwhelmed freshman year when I arrived, saw 300 tables, had no idea who the people were, and didn't have anybody to go to the fair with. So doing a little research before you get to campus is going to save you the headache. I was told once in the past that if you don't know what clubs you want to join, a good rule of thumb is join one club that is related to your major, one club that is volunteering, and then one club that has to do with your hobbies. I feel like for everyone that's a good place to start, and obviously you can migrate from that, but if you don't know what types of things you think you should be joining, that's a simple little blueprint just to get you guys started. The fourth thing you're going to want to do is clean your room and purge it of all items that you do not need. I know that you're leaving campus, you're thinking, I'm not going to be thinking about my room back home, but when you are so tired and coming back from Christmas break, you're going to want to come back to a place that is clean. I mean, purge all those clothes that you don't want, Make sure that your floor is vacuumed, make sure that your desk looks nice, because it just feels good to come back to a place with no unfinished business. I think you guys should start with this even earlier in the summer as much as you can so that you're not rushing to do it when you're already trying to pack all your stuff to leave, to go to your dorm. But just having a clean room before you leave is going to make your life much easier. Last but definitely not least is to make a college bucket list. Guys, this is actually so much fun. I just like to sit down on my iPad and make a long list of things that I want to accomplish during the school year. It doesn't have to be too serious. I put things on there like I want to go to a hockey game or I want to invite someone new out to lunch with me. But I think having goals and aspirations for the year is a good way to stay on track. And when you get into that lulls of getting bored, it gives you something to refer back to and see everything that you have done and everything that you still need to do. So I really think it's a good idea, especially for freshmen, to just make a few goals for yourself. And that way you will just have peace of mind that you are actually getting something done besides class. Here you can see me making my list on GoodNotes like I talked about with all the brushes and the cute little stuff. And I don't know, guys, it just makes me happy. I love making little lists. At college, lists are going to save you because you're going to forget everything. So just writing it down with a whole bunch of stickies or on your iPad is what you need to do. That is just about it, guys. If you like this video, like I said, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have video ideas, drop them down below. And I will see you guys next time.